Is up?
Yes.
All right, come. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're the brothers from GMS Atlanta here in Georgia, giving all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 First Fruit. I'm the brother Kasha Kwala.
I'm the brother Zakaria.
Brother Yaquab.
And we're coming with the last installment of the book of Obadiah. We did, what is that? Verses 1 through
14.
We did verses 1 through 14 in a two-part section. And we're going to do verses 15 through 21 to finish it off today. And like, the brother Yaquab, he came in, it's like, we know Esau, he hate us calling him E.
Yeah.
So it's only fitting that we break down the last part of the book of Obadiah and get on E real quick.
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, any brother can pick up on verse 15.
Come on, I got you.
All right.
This is the book of Obadiah, verse 15. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen, as thou hast done. It shall be done unto thee, thy reward shall return upon thine own head."
Read that from the top.
Come on, this is the book of Obadiah, 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
The day of the Lord is speaking of the day of judgment. All right, ultimately manifested in Yahweh Shaphat. All right, which is basically is going to be the apex of the Lord's judgment will be manifest in the valley of Jehoshaphat, where he's going to plead with his plead with all the nations. All right, for the sake of his people, the children of Israel. All right, you go ahead.
Come, continue. It says, "As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee."
Right, as thou hast done, it should be done to thee. And what was done? You heathens, starting with the children of E, have the children of E, the Edomites, the so-called white race. All right, you've done great crimes against the children of Israel. All right, from enslavement to murder. Adultery, raping men and women, raping women that are married to men, and all different sorts of fornication and witchcraft, man. Have our people are completely out of their mind, man. It's at a point now where our people are fighting and killing over chicken sandwiches, man. And this is because of Esau, man. This is who supplies the chicken sandwich? Who supplies the propaganda and all this old tired-ass rhetoric that you keep pushing to our people, man? All right? This is a quick precept for that. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 16. It says, "His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pat." Pat meaning his own head, man. All right, so his violence dealing, as he dealt violently with the Israelites, is going to return to him. All right, and you bring that out real quick. What's called
Ezekiel 35. Ezekiel 35, verse 15. It says, "As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate."
Right, when we were destroyed and laid desolate. All right, because we broke the commandments. You rejoiced at that, man. You celebrated our downfall, man. It's a little bit more.
Yep. It says, "So will I do unto thee.
See?
Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord."
See, at that hour, it's going to be very clear. It's not going to be a question. You're going to know who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is in all of his glory, man. Right? When he brings forth judgment. As you see, the Israelites completely destroyed mentally, poor. We went to Stone Mountain. We saw some of those slave houses. Jake was through, man. All right? The nation of Edom, likewise, is going to be laid desolate, man. Actually, twofold. But yeah, y'all brothers got it.
Come. I'm going to continue in verse 15. It says, "Thy reward shall return upon thine own head." Verse 16.
Also, like the brother was pulling up, that will get some classic scripts. In First Thessalonian, no, Second Thessalonian, I think 1-6.
Oh yeah, come on.
And then get some more classic milky scripts. Revelation 13 and 10.
Yep, that's one.
Yeah, I get it.
You get Revelation 13 and 10.
This is Second Thessalonians. Gotta be delicate with this Bible. Let's do it. Good. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you."
That's right. To recompense, meaning recompense to pay back.
Right.
Tribulation to those who trouble you. So that's something coming upon your own head.
Mm-hmm.
For the slavery you put us through, you're going to go through slavery as well. It's just and it's fair at the end of the day. You can get Revelations 13 and 10. Because these are scripts that, whoever, more than likely, ones watching this, you should know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should know these things are going to come back on Esau's head. And even if you really don't, then, there's people out there who don't believe in the Bible, but I know you believe in the saying, what goes around comes around.
Right.
And Esau's coming around is coming.
They say they believe in karma. Well, if you believe in karma, then you know that they will have to pay for the sins of their fathers. They will have to pay for what they're doing right now. They haven't changed. They still doing the same things that their fathers did, man.
Well,
just with a hoodwink.
Get Isaiah 14 and what's that? 2 or 21?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can grab since you got that Revelations.
I'm already here.
What's Isaiah 14 and 2 say?
This is Isaiah 14 and 2. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them, and in the land of the Lord."
Start at 1.
This is Isaiah 14 and verse 1. "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Verse 2, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them, in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were."
There you go.
"And they shall rule over their oppressors."
There you go. See? So, again, that's another scripture that brings forth recompense and a payback and an eye for an eye, you could say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We went into our slavery. That clearly describes slavery right there. You know what I'm saying? You get that revelation. You was about to say something?
Oh no, I was just agreeing to you. It says who captives they were, meaning we was in captivity under our oppressors. We're going to eventually take our oppressors and put them into captivity, which is the nation of Edom, man. All of you, okay?
That's right.
This is on Revelation 13 and verse 10.
Start at 9.
In verse 9. "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints."
That's right. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. He who lead in captivity shall go into captivity. Who killed with the sword shall be killed with the sword. All right. And you're going to get killed by your own sword. And you're going to be led in captivity by your younger twin brother. All right, Jacob.
Yep.
All right. Get Esau's blessing in Genesis 27. Was that 27 and 25?
Yeah, around there.
Go ahead, bro.
And like I say too, that's basically a charge that the Lord has given out too. He said must, like it must be done. Meaning you guys will go into captivity, and basically you guys will be our slaves in our kingdom of heaven. Okay,
that's right.
That's a must be done situation. All right, that's prophecy. Okay,
that's right. The scripts have to be fulfilled,
and
whatever what's in the scripts, we know in the book of Job that the Lord gave men the inspiration. Like it speaks on that. So whatever was written in there, it was inspired from the ultimate power, Yahweh. So whatever's in there is His words. And if it say you go into captivity or you're going to be killed by the sword. Well, it has to be fulfilled because the Lord puts his word over his name. He's going to keep his word regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You can read about it in Exodus, the 2nd chapter, like around verse 23. The children of Israel were crying unto the Lord and sighing unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord, it said the Lord remembered the covenant he made with their forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and with Jacob. All right? So the Lord is a man who keeps his word.
Right.
All right? Simple and plain as that. Go ahead.
And it's not far off to believe. Like, just look at, from the days of old, look at the people that ruled ancient Egypt, the great Egyptian empire. Now they're eating beetles and having beer belly, little babies with little beer bellies out there in Sudan, man. All right, on your commercials, begging for 10 cents for some grits, man. All right, because they rose up against Yahweh Shemiah Shai, he ran a number on them. Well, they're one of the most poor nations on earth. But guess what? Thousands of years ago, they were at the apex of all civilizations. The empire, the society and civilization of Rome, Greece. In this glory. What was that when in comparison to the Dark Ages, man? All you Edomites were put in slavery in the Dark Ages, and you were pushed out into the Caucasus Mountains, man. And you were taking out your rulership, man. All right. So it's not like we don't have examples of those who are once in a position of authority being completely desolate, man, and put into a lower state. All right. The Lord, he speaks about that in the Apocrypha. He says it's easy for the Lord to make a rich man poor. A poor man rich, like you know. And who are those poor men? The Israelites. And he's going to make us rich. Mm-hmm. All right? He's doing it right now through the Spirit, through his wisdom and understanding. But ultimately, he's going to give us physical wealth.
That's right.
Which is the planet Earth.
That's
right?
That's what Yahweh Shai said in Matthew the 5th chapter. It says, blessed are the poor in spirit, or blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Right. So, or the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. So, the lowly, the contrite in spirit, when you read in the book of Psalms, we're the ones, Lord willing, we be the ones. Yeah. But, just speaking, we're the ones who are going to receive, ultimate glory and everything that comes on along with it, and you're going to receive the blunt end of the sticky. Mm-hmm. You can reread, you can drop that and get back to Obadiah, reread verse 15. And flow into 16.
This is the book of Obadiah, 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Oh, Sluggy, get Micah 5 and 15 real quick, and then we can move. Micah 5 and 15.
The book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 15, and it reads, it says, and I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard.
That's right. So, hey, we understand that Jake is going to go through something that the earth has never seen before, but that's called Jacob's trouble. Yeah. Right? Yeah. In the midst of Jacob's trouble, you're going to get heathen's trouble as well. Yeah. According to Micah 5 and 15 right there. Yeah. He's going to execute anger. He's going to judge you like you ain't never been judged before. All right? So just like Jake is going to go through Jacob's trouble, and we're going to see a time that we ain't never seen before, you heathens going to see the same thing. And that cuts anybody who says the Lord loves everybody. Mm-hmm. All right? Yep. He gets mad, he gets irritated, and he judges the heathen accordingly as well. Keep going, Obadiah.
This is Obadiah 16. It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
That's right. Get Lamentations 4 and 21. Some classic in there too.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. And it reads, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
That's right, Max. Like, bros always like to break it down like that. Max out your credit card.
Yeah.
Go have fun. Get
Yeah.
your prostitutes. Go to the strip club.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go do it, E. Big E.
Big E.
Big Easy. Alright. Go do it, Big Easy.
Good.
Alright. Go ahead, bro.
Because it rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Mm-hmm.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked.
Get that Revelation 14. You know I want where it talks about drinking the cup of the Lord's indignation without mixture. Because that cup gonna pass through. It's gonna get passed right on to you.
Yeah.
We gonna sit there and expect you better down that. Take it to the head.
Yeah.
Take it to the head, man.
Yeah. Take it to the head.
Con. This is Revelation 14 and verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine.
Go up more because we gonna this go what verse 9?
Verse
Because
9.
it talks a
Con.
little bit about the chip too.
Alright, Con. This is Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture
That's right.
into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's right. And in the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai. Big E, and all you little E's, meaning all you PR white people, Big E. Big E is the elites who don't give two shits about their own people. So all y'all little E's, y'all gonna take the chip too. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna have to go ahead and drink the cup real quick.
Hey, read that again, bro.
Con, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High,
The wine of the wrath of the Most High,
which is poured without mixture.
which is poured without mixture.
Poured out without mixture.
It's poured out without mixture. All right, and what's that mean? That means it's a bitter cup. All right, it doesn't have anything to neutralize the bitterness, and we understand bitterness coincides with affliction and captivity, man. All right, that's why even America, it derives from a Hebrew word meaning mara, which means bitter. All right, that's why the scripture compares our captivity and our tribulation to wormwood. All right, wormwood is a herb. If you ever had wormwood as a tea, or you ever ate the herb wormwood, it's bitter than a hoe. It's extremely bitter, man, because that's the Lord likens captivity and death and destruction to bitterness, man, because it is, and you're gonna have to drink of that cup, man. Just imagine having just drink of a whole, a cup of a bitter drink, man. It's gonna be very uncomfortable.
With no chaser.
With no chaser, it's gonna be unbearable, man. But you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to undergo it, man. Just like we did.
Just like you force fed us.
Right. Precisely.
We're gonna put that funnel in your mouth. We're gonna hold you down.
Yeah.
We're just gonna tip that cup over.
Yeah.
It's gonna go right down here. What is it, trachea?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you go back to the Lamentations 4.
Yeah. Verse 22, it says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity."
Exactly. No more of this bullshit which we go through every day called America. No more concrete jungles. All right. No more smog and pollution in the air.
Right.
No more bases of men ruling anything or having to say so in anything. No more little devil kids running around.
Right.
No more being oppressed with these wicked decrees that come out, wicked legislations that come out, all these executive orders and whatnot that come. No more of that. All right? Is there more on that?
Yes, it is. It says, "He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom, He will discover thy sins.
Yeah, that's right. He'll discover thy sins. And when you read earlier up in the book of Obadiah,
Who can I
yeah, go ahead, bro.
see? And now you cut Esau because he said he will discover thy sins. And in my Bible, in the 1611 Bible, for right here for discover, it says, or carry thee captive for thy sins. That's a wrap, man.
That's a wrap.
You little niggas are going into slavery. Little nuisance to society. You're going into captivity, man. You're going into the cages, man. You're going into the dungeons. You're going into the cotton field. Just like our ancestors did. Just like we still got to undergo to this day, man. You proud devils. You about to be brought low.
Really low. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know? All right, is that it?
That's all on that.
You can go back to Obadiah, bro.
John, this is the book of Obadiah, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance,
Mm-hmm.
and shall be holiness,
Mm.
and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Hey, and Khan, the scriptures are straight to the point, and the key factors are simple, all right? I'm going to just reread it right quick. It said, but upon Mount Zion, all right, shall be deliverance.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Zion represents the house of Israel, okay? It says, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Whose possessions? All right? Esau, man, we're going to take this. Hey, Yahweh Shah's going to come back, all right? Israel being up under Esau, we're going to take this earth back, man, okay? Like the brother said, man, hey, no more unrighteous degrees, things of that nature, okay? Everything under Yahweh Shah is going to be righteous,
That's
all right?
right. That's right.
Our people are going to rejoice finally, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to have a righteous king and rulership, all right? Yahweh Shah, okay? Things of that nature. So, hey, man, we're going to flourish and continue to be joyful forever and ever, man, okay? That's all prophecy, all right? Verse 18, it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall
I got a precept.
God and
Go ahead, fish off.
God, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's straight to the point, man. No more of the house of Esau. Call the line like Hashim Shah, man. Okay, there won't be no more red motherfuckers walking around, man. Okay, no more, funny looking Edomites,
gargoyles, man.
no Jew rats doing their little crazy ass dance, and
Yeah.
we're gonna be stress free, man. Okay, Esau, you so-called Caucasians are the cancer of the whole earth,
Oh,
man.
that's the spirit I was just thinking about.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are fucking tumor, all right?
God.
And the Lord is about to come back to cut that tumor off so that the earth and the people can heal again, man. All right? Straight up. All right, you got it, bro.
I still spirit. I was just watching Matrix before I came over here. And the agent on the Matrix, he was talking to the black guy.
Morpheus.
That's right, Morpheus.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that humans, he compared humans to a virus, and they always have to spread and destroy and this and that. And I was like, no, that's Esau.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're correct, but that's what Esau does.
Yep.
Esau is a virus. Esau is a cancer. He's a plague of the earth. He was absolutely correct. But it's Esau. It's not the other nations. It's you red Hebrew Edomites. You eat children, man. All right, and that's why see your rulership is illegitimate, man. You've proven yourself to be incapable and inadequate to fulfill the role as a leader, man. That's why we got to bring you down, because you did a bad job at it, man. You did a terrible job. The earth is mourning. We're at the brink of extinction as a human race. But the scripture said, if it wasn't for Yahweh Shah, or if it wasn't for the elect, no flesh should be saved. Because you damn Edomites will destroy everything because of your greed and your avarice behavior, man. All right, I had a precept real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 149. Not telling the precept. Verse 6, it says, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains. And who the kings of you red Hebrew Edomites? The bankers, the Rothschilds, Donald Trump, okay, Putin, all right, Erdogan over there in Turkey. All you damn devils are going to be bound in chains, man.
That's right.
All right. It says, verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Just like you bound our kings and our nobles with fetters of iron, man. Verse 9, it says, to execute upon them the judgment written. This is already written. It says, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. You see? And that's the honor that the man of the Lord are going to receive, man. All right, are going to be able to manifest. And we are literally have come into that time, man. It's not a matter of if, but when. It's any minute now, man. We are living in the year of Karagma, man. These things are going to come to pass, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man. If you have Esau committing suicide off of opioids, and Esau, telling little kids to be drag queens, things of that nature.
See, exactly.
Man, this kingdom is about to collapse, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. We at the brink of this thing, all right.
That's right.
But want me to jump back into it? You guys. Con. This is the book of Obadiah, in verse 18. It says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it."
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 15. I'm just applying. This is the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. So it's the same thing with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in Jake in verse 18. That fire that's being kindled, it's not going to be put out until all of Esau is consumed by it. You see what I'm saying? So, we're not going to see any more, like the brother's been harping, we're not going to see E anymore.
No more E.
According to Job, the 20th chapter. Never going to see him again. It's going to perish away like its own dome. All right? You ain't never going to see him. You can keep going, bro.
Verse 19. "And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Galilee." Verse 20.
But you see right there, we're getting all of our, like it was speaking of in verse 17, all of our possessions back.
Yeah, and more.
Yeah.
And more. You see, we got Samaria back when you're reading the Kings. When you read the Gospels, and Yahushua told his disciples not to go into Samaria. Why? Because there are heathens there.
Yeah.
All right, don't go there. All right, you go back into the history. You see, during the time of King Hoshea, when I think it was Shalmaneser came up against him. What he overtook the Israelites, and he pretty much kicked them out of Samaria, and the heathens dwelt there. All right, we're gonna get it back.
Yeah.
All right.
Ethnic cleansing,
exactly. It was a genocide type thing.
Yeah.
All right, but we're gonna get, like the brother said, we're gonna get all that back and more. All right, because Israelites don't think such on a low scale that, oh yeah, we're gonna get the land of Israel back.
Right.
Like that little piece of land they have on the map. And some of these other Israelite groups want to fly over there and go, whatever, bro. Like, they think that's it. Yeah. No, man, it's on that whole is we own that fertile crib. First off,
exactly,
the world was made for our sakes anyway. We own everything.
Yeah.
But that specific lot of land it's the whole Middle East. It's all Iraq. It's all of Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia. It's all of that. All right,
Yeah.
it ain't just that one little strip
Right.
next to Gaza.
Exactly. Man.
No, it's you got to think bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the covenant.
That's
the covenant with Abraham.
What did he say? As far as your eye can see.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like
he said
all that land.
Because the scripture says in the covenant it says that from the river of the Nile River, all right, exactly to the river of Euphrates, man.
Mm-hmm.
And when you understand that geographically, like the brother just elaborated, that's all of that, man. That's from Israel, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. It's all of that, man. Saudi Arabia. So if you simple as Jakes that want to go to Israel, why don't you go to Saudi Arabia and hold it down there?
Go to Syria too.
Why don't you go to Syria? Why don't you go to Iraq? Because all that is the promised land.
That's right.
We're not compromising with these damn Jew rats over here by our land, man. We about to take it, man. Ain't no compromise with these damn Jew rats. The land isn't even fruit. It's not time to be over there, man.
Right.
You're out of order, man.
And that's how you know that GMS has the 100% truth and correct doctrine. And that gives you, because it gives you a clear understanding that, yeah, we go into the faith aspect of things, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We go into the history. We go into the geographical sense of things as well. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
When you look and understand the geography of things, it gives you a broader understanding. Especially like the brother was mentioning, how that land is just not that strip which we see on. We got a world globe right here.
Yeah,
I've been looking at it all the time.
We got a world globe right here. Salakia.
That's right. I got a precedent right there. Let
me see if I can get it on camera.
You
can barely even see Israel on here.
That's like the citadel.
Yeah.
In actuality, the nation of Israel is the entire Middle East. That's the whole nation of Israel.
Yep.
All right, from the Nile River, which is what Gihon. That's right. Gihon. All right. And then Euphrates, which is Parath, and the Tigris, which is Chidikah.
Yep.
You know.
So you see, Salakia. So you see that little. You can't even see it right there. But what we saying is, all of this right here is ours.
Exactly.
So that goes to show you when you reread Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, really everything that Yahweh Shai is going to cleanse over there.
Yeah.
That's a big lot of land.
That's a huge lot of land.
And he's going to cleanse it. But where do you see Armageddon taking place though? What is that? The gathering of the troops?
Yeah. Right over there over in Syria, Iraq,
Turkey.
Yeah.
Syria, Iraq, Iran. They're trying to get Iran. Yeah. America is. America been over there in Afghanistan. Probably fucking around Saudi Arabia too.
And that's a part of Yemen, Oman, all that. But that's a part of these so-called Jew rats, the people who saying they're Jews, but they're not really Jews. They're Edomite. They're the children of Ed, right? Perpetrating the fraud to be us, man. They have a project called the Greater Israel Project, right, where they want to basically conquer all these nations, all right? And these Jew rats, they have a plan to establish their own kingdom. But they're not the people. That's why everybody's coming up against them, and they don't have any peace. When the true Jews go back to the land, when the elect go back to the land, it's not going to be a heathen saying a word, man. They're going to be in complete subjection because they're going to understand the authority and power of Yahweh Shai is superior, man. We're not going to have to compromise with these nations and make treaties, and it ain't no goddamn democracy in the kingdom, man. What the hell is wrong with you people, man? If you can't see that what's taking place in Israel right now is off, then you're not gonna get it, man. You're just not right, man. Because it's obvious.
You're one of those ones who think ignorance is bliss.
See, exactly, man.
So we keep going in that Obadiah. We finish it off.
This is verse 20. It says, "And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sarai, shall possess the cities. Sepharad, the water. It shall possess the cities of the south. 21.
This is a good way to end off. Go ahead.
God and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's.
That's right. The saviors.
Yep.
All right. We read all up and down the scriptures how we're going to be joint heirs. We read all up and down the scriptures how we're kings and priests in Revelation and Romans and all these things. All right. We're also saviors. Okay. We're also saviors. Those are the elect 144, and they shall come up against Esau in Jacob's trouble. Okay, in Jacob's trouble, because you gotta think about it. It's true. That's true. In Obadiah 21, it says, "And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau." Correct, and that's gonna start coming real soon. You know, starting with the men on the highways and byways. We read Ezekiel, was that 25th chapter, and it tells you that the Lord is going to execute, I'm paraphrasing, going to execute these things with his people. All right? Straight up.
Yeah.
So with the saviors, the elect 144,
right.
It's going to start there. I think when Yahweh Shai said, if I could, shall find faith on earth, or why? It's something along the lines of, why should I start a fire if it's already been kindled?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just loosely paraphrasing what Yahweh Shai said. And those saviors are going to be already on the planet Earth, judging the Mount of Esau during Jacob's trouble. That's why Isaiah 59, why would you have it where it said, where in 17, where it says he will lift up the standard? When you go into that word standard, it means to disappear or to escape, which is simply spiritual power. What can a gun do against a guy who teleports? What can a gun do against a guy who flies or can make you instantaneously combust? You see what I'm saying? You can't do anything, and those saviors are going to be doing that during that time of Jacob's trouble, judging Esau. And rebuking his wicked inventions, like the scriptures say.
I got that what you were talking about with Yahweh Shai.
Okay, bring that up.
Luke chapter 12, verse 49 says, "I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled?" And what will I if it already be kindled? We read in verse 18, I think, where it says, Joseph Flame, if I'm not mistaken.
Joseph Flame.
Joseph Flame. In that flame of our fire, like we brought out in Ezekiel 16 and 15, it won't be quenched until it consumes everything in the earth. So it's the same thing with the spirit of Yahweh Shai in those saviors in verse 21. And we're gonna be a flame, a force to be reckoned with that can't be touched and can't be stopped at the end of the day. All right. Yes, the Lord Yahweh Shai is coming to send fire, but there's already going to be a fire that's going to be ignited before he cracks some skies. You see?
And that's that burning anger that he's going to unleash once he turns us to Lord, will we be a part of that number?
That's right.
Once he turns us into hunters, things of that nature. Okay. We're going to be out here literally destroying.
We're going to be getting it in.
All right. We're going to judgment starts at the house of Israel first. So our 2/3 gonna have to get it, all right? And then, last but not least, you fucking Edomites, man.
That's right.
All right, you guys are gonna have to get it next, okay? And the Lord's really gonna use us, man, just like He did back then. You had men with spiritual power. Well, hey, in we're going into the year 2020, things of that nature. Hey, we're gonna do greater things, and those greater things, are gonna be destruction unto this wicked ass kingdom.
That's right.
All right.
Did y'all have any closing precepts?
Yeah, equivalent. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 13. It says, "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels." Now I'm gonna start at 1, then I'm gonna jump. All right. This is verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
That's right. There's no more throne. All right?
Mhm.
Because the Lord Yahweh is going to take that, according to Revelation, where he says he has many crowns upon his head.
Right.
Con.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, verse 13, it says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them.
There you go.
They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
You see, the Lord, when you read the scriptures, the Lord has all characteristics, and right there he was expressing sarcasm.
Yeah.
Let your astrologers and your prognosticators and all that. Yeah. Let's see if they can know. It's the same thing he did in the book of Exodus.
Yeah.
Hey, Moses, go turn. Oh, we can turn our staffs into snakes too.
Yeah.
And Moses turned his into and consumed theirs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing he's telling him right here in the book of Isaiah, but sarcastic.
Con. Yeah.
It's funny. You chuckle sometimes when you read these scripts.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. He said, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. All right, and when you're dealing with that last part, coal to stand at, nor fire to sit before it. All right, let's go back to World War II, Battle of Stalingrad. All right, the Germans versus the Russians. Before the Germans came in idiotically and besieged Stalingrad, they had a relentless artillery barrage where they basically decimated the infrastructure of the city of Stalingrad. Well, guess what? When they tried to invade Stalingrad in that winter, all right, they were not able to take shelter anywhere, and they didn't have anything to burn to make wood and to cook their food, right? Because all the wood was burned up. So guess what? A lot of those Germans froze to death, man. All right. So the same with America. Everything's going to be decimated, man. All right. There's not going to be nowhere for you to have comfort. All right. It's going to be a wrap. All right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, man. That's the final installment in the book of Obadiah. And like we said, you can read the first two installments and bring all of them together, and you get the whole overview of the book of Obadiah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord willing, y'all are edified. Again, I'm Brother Kasha Kuala.
And those Carter.
Where's the Equad?
And we're part of the GMS Atlanta Church here in Georgia. And we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'chakadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who will teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the 144 First Fruit. Until next time, we'll say shalom.
Shalom.